My video for March the 23rd, 2020 is number 3404. The title is A Shot of Hopium from a Dutch Lady. I had turned on the TV to chill out before going to bed for the day, and I had just said no to someone who sent me an MP4 3-hour video that had been posted on BitChute. When the commercial came on, I thought I would at least give it a few minutes. The narrator of the information was a Dutch lady from Holland, the Netherlands, named Janet Assebaard. It was a 10-part documentary. The TV remained on, but muted as I sat engrossed in the narrative. Yes, I shared it on my Facebook page, but it looks as if no one else watched it. There were no comments at all. She talked about many things, revealing the corruption in high places and the plan now underway to drain the swamp and finally bring the evil actors to justice, as some have been saying is the Trump plan. Much of what she said is stuff I have heard before, and some was new info for me. I'm not even going to try to reiterate her material, hoping that others will take the time as I did to actually review the information. As indicated in the title of this video, it was like a shot of hopium for me. I certainly need that from time to time with so much exposure to the contradictory stories I've been taking in for years. Yes, I mean, there was a lot of information, and she did not spare the the royalty in the Netherlands or England or any other place. She did not spare the Pope. She did not spare actors and actresses whose names we've all heard. Lots of things were revealed, including leadership in the world of some of our major media, both on the TV and newspapers and radio is not so big anymore, but the internet. Lots of things, lots of names were brought forth, and some were not. The names that I've heard. There's so much information going on nowadays, some of it absolutely contradicting other information, and each claiming the other one that is presenting a different point of view is wrong. For example, I mean, somebody sent me a video supposedly of Oprah speaking up for herself in regard to some of the things that have been exposed. And I watched the video, and Oprah wasn't even on it. They didn't even give her a voice. It was all stuff, negative stuff about her. Now, I've always liked Oprah. I really do. But it exposed her connection with John of God, if I'm not mistaken. And he was a charlatan. And there's been lots of charlatans in the religious community, as well as the political community, and certainly the business community, the international monetary community. And I'd like to see Trump bring down the house of cards that these charlatans have been committing crimes against humanity for a long time, including what they've been doing to children and using their adrenochrome, and they torture them because they get a rush out of it and it keeps them young. And a lot of this stuff she talked about as being exposed at this time, and the arrests are being made worldwide, not just in the United States, but worldwide. These charlatans are being hunted down and being brought to justice, and those that have committed heinous crimes will get the death penalty. And may they never be reincarnated. May they be absolutely erased if they refuse to bring forth fruit of repentance. I always want to allow for the possibility of repentance because that's important. But I don't think some of these people, I wonder if they're really people and not just demons. I wonder if they are even capable of repenting. They have been so ingrained in doing awful things to people for such a long time, generation after generation. Who knows how far back it goes in history? A long time back. But we've been lied to, so we don't even know what history is. Everything has been manipulated, and so much has been of the truth has been concealed and kept away from us, so that we cannot be properly educated, so that we cannot make wise decisions. We have been misled down so many paths that it's insane. It's absolutely, we live on a planet of insanity. And the most insane are the ones that claim leadership and claim the ability to rule over the rest of us. And I can't blame people that have different opinions, because there's so much brainwashing going on. Who knows what the truth is? I mean, I've had to scratch my head so many times and eat my words, because things that I thought were going to happen didn't happen at the time, in the time frame I thought they were going to happen. Just so many disappointments have egged at my soul and my spirit. And yet I've tried to maintain a healthy body and as much of an open-minded attitude as I possibly can. But I can't keep dwelling on a diet, which is why I've cut back so much of my internet stuff, because so much of it is so time consuming and it's so contradictory of other things. And I mean, I love David Icke, but I can't sit and watch his videos that go on and on and on and on. I mean, to do a 3-hour video is a major thing for me, to spend that much time sitting and watching it. But I watched it in one sitting. I didn't break it down. I could have. There's 10 parts. I could have watched each part separately, then paused it and gone back to the next one after a little while. But I didn't do it that way. All 10 parts were viewed consecutively. So, folks, I want to encourage everyone. The only thing that really is important is that we keep an open mind and that we try to be as loving as possible to ourselves and to each other. Because if we're going to get out of this conundrum that we're in, it's going to require that kind of attitude, that kind of openness, that kind of willingness to think outside the box, to allow ourselves to have our preconceptions challenged, and to ask the question again and again and again, what if the things I've been told throughout my life are lies or half-truths and have been used to lead me astray? I have to consider that, and I think we all do. I hope and pray that we are getting closer and closer to an actual breakthrough that will liberate us from the bondage of deception that has been prevalent on this planet for such a long time. I hope you take this as hopium, because that's how I'm giving it out. Thanks for listening, and namaste.